Hey everybody, just wanted to contact you all and just give you a heads up. We just got back from the Houston event. We had a David Straight seminar there. It was awesome. We met a lot of liberty lovers, but I have to just put you on notice. Our civil servants are getting much more aggressive with the children. We are hearing over and over again at our seminars that children are being seized by law enforcement, that law enforcement is being super aggressive, kicking doors down, going after kids. No warrant, no probable cause, no excuse other than there has to be some kind of financial incentive behind all that they're doing because it's just overtly aggressive. If CPS is coming after you, one of the best things that you can do is go on vacation for a while. Maybe if you have an extended family member, I don't know, lives several states away, it might be a good time to go visit them. Don't take your phone with you. Get a different phone. Don't call the people you normally call because then they'll start watching your family member's phone and they will start looking at the new phones calling in and then they'll get your new phone number that way. So you have to be very careful. It is a very rogue situation right now with a rogue government. They're actually a corporation pretending to be government. All governments have been incorporated for a long time, since the 1870s. And there is financial incentive for them to come after your kids. There's federal funding that pays for them to disassemble perfectly happy, healthy families. We're seeing it all the time. There's FAFSA funding, Title 4D, and by the way, if you're a Native American, there's ICWA funding. So really our Native American children living on the sovereign nation, Cherokee, whatever, Indian, Native American sovereign nations, they have the same problem we do. They have bar card holders that are enslaving their people as well. It is an epidemic proportion. I must tell you, it is so serious. You cannot afford to hand over your children to CPS and expect them back the next day. You have to tell them no to a point where you're ready to defend your children's life with force if you have to. And by the way, there's a Supreme Court decision that allows you to do that, and you are completely within the confines of the law. Look up a case called Amistad. It was people that were wrongfully detained. They fought their kidnappers to a point where they had to overtake their kidnappers, and they tried to criminally prosecute them, and they prevailed at the U.S. Supreme Court level. And the U.S. Supreme Court says you have the right to fight to the death against a wrongful detention. We don't like the thought of violence. We really don't promote that at all. But your children's lives are hanging in the balance if you do not fight for them. And hopefully we can do it all peacefully. We do not want to promote violence. I had a couple that they were threatened with jail time if they did not hand their kids over to law enforcement. So they handed their kids over to law enforcement. Then they call me, and then they want me to travel clear across the country to help them fight to get their kids back. Let me make something very clear. If you hand over your children by choice or threat of coercion, it's very hard to get them back. It's very difficult. You can go to www.straightevents.com. We have a website where you can order my thumb drive. On my thumb drive, I have a lot of documents that have already won against CPS, where it's throwing CPS's dirty underwear out in the street for the whole world to see. And CPS requested that the case be dismissed because it's so, in the world's face about all that they're doing with child trafficking. But that is the long route to get your children back. The best thing to do is to not let them get their clutches on your children. That also may mean that you don't put them in public school, that you have a private school or you have them in homeschool, because the public schools are authorizing CPS to come in and talk to your children and contract with a minor. It's the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. But I'm just telling you this because we're seeing it becoming more and more rampant and more disturbing, that our civil servants don't seem to have any limits on what they're doing to the people of our nation, to destroy our families, to destroy our culture, to absolutely destroy our children. So please stand firm and do not give in, and do not open the door for them when they come calling. Tell them you don't consent to get off your property. And I'm not going to recommend that you use force, but you make that decision for yourself if it is required of you to defend your children to the death, because guess what they have planned for your children? It is not good. It's absolutely evil. They'll jab them. Your kids will be dead. We love you. Stay free. God bless you all. God bless Texas. God bless America. We love you. Have a great day.